Hello everyone, welcome to the Lingamon's channel. I have been accidentally messing up myself, so this is like the third take of this vlog, and it's kind of like, no! But as long as I am before midnight, I am perfectly fine, because that's just how I do things. It's weird. Once I do midnight hits, that's my time to study languages, because I find it's easiest because no one is there to bother me. It's very quiet. I can listen to YouTube or sleep and listen to YouTube, like kind of listen and go like kind of like that kind of thing. It's weird. I like to listen to a lot of music. That's a big part of language learning for me. If I'm not watching YouTube, just is a big one, but music is another one because it will motivate me. So it's like if I learn like, oh, it's like this has the word like kozon in it, or like hard. I think it has words in it that I know from vocabulary practice. Then I'm more likely to understand it. I also figured out that if you teach something to someone else, though, that's the part that you will most likely retain, or that's like the best way to retain it. So that's kind of why I thought I can share my experience with you, and I get that kind of bit of teaching into my brain. I don't know. But yes, today was not very productive in the sense of language learning. I kind of just, it was a lazy day. It was raining outside, and then it was really humid, and then it was cold, and then it was just cloudy, and it was just, oh, and it's supposed to be like that all week. On the weekends, I give myself just a bit more slack, but I don't want myself to take the entire day off unless it's Saturday. Saturday's my day off for most things, but I tend to want to do language learning daily, so it's kind of like my heart. But I'm still proud of that, the progress I've made. It's just I don't want to lose that. I think you can relate. Yeah, my main thing is, though, since it's Sunday, I usually take that time to plan, so that's kind of why I don't worry too much if I learn a bunch as I usually would, as like I try to learn like 4 to 6 hours a day, if I can. A little bit more than that, because I want to practice throughout the day, but that's the time I want to get always, like 4 hours to 6 hours if I can, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. But on Saturday, I just want at least 4 hours, no matter how, when, or whatnot. But on Sunday, I don't really require that as much, because then I have to plan my day. And one of the things is I haven't figured out how to plan, because my thing, it starts on Monday. And then I only start my week on Sunday. So then it's like I plan my thing on Sunday, but then then I start doing everything that's on Monday on Sunday. And then I'm like always one day ahead, which is nice, but really confusing. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, and I'm a bit bad with it. I'm kind of like, oh, I don't need to, so I remember, and then later I'm like, I don't remember. But yeah, speaking of remembering, I decided to try to keep, there's like a timer up here in the video, that's why I'm pointing, keep it around 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, because when I listen to some people talking on YouTube, most of the times I kind of just speed it up to 2x speed, and just kind of listen to it that way, unless I'm learning new vocabulary, whereas in that case I try to keep it in the normal so I can hear exactly how it's pronounced. But if it's like a TED Talk or a podcast or a etc., I just speed it up. So I think that would be nice, because it's not too long, because 30 minutes, that's a bit long. Even if you listen on 2x speed, it's 15 minutes, so if you do like it that much, like, hey, thank you so much. But at the same time, I don't want to keep you and just keep talking, but I don't really have to. So, I think I kind of sidetracked myself, though, because I started talking about other things. So, what exactly did I do? Let me be accountable. I did little to nothing, but I did do Duolingo and studied Italian pronouns. Where is it? It's on the bottom of all the language notebooks, because that's good to do. But I studied Italian. I also got a very nice comment that helped me. It was telling me how I should have said the subscribe to channel in Spanish. It's in español. Yeah. So I'm gonna be practicing that, because then that could be like my catchphrase. Have an entire language video in English and then end with Spanish. Sounds awesome. Opa! That's creek. Yeah, it was intentional. Okay. So today, that was pretty much all I did. I set up a lot of stuff though, and kind of did maintenance, I guess is what you would say. Like I looked into my, how my channel works a bit. I can't do live videos apparently on my phone, and I can't do live videos on my computer, but I can do live videos like tomorrow on my computer. It's really weird. So I'm gonna try my live video maybe tomorrow. I live in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, if that helps anyone, so I was thinking around maybe 9 o'clock I will do a live stream, see how that works, and if that goes well, we'll see how that goes. But live stream at 9 so I can mess around and figure out how to use a live stream, and that was what I kind of learned today. And I also made my Tumblr like a somewhat presentable. I have had it for a while, but I just never posted on it, so, but I will link that below. And yeah, other than just listening to a lot of music, I haven't really been doing much. But I've been listening to a lot of Eurovision music, and you might laugh at me, but Eurovision actually has this rule. I don't know if you know about it. It's a song contest in Europe, and it has for some reason gone into Asia, but anyway, it has a rule where the contestants will sing, they're from, like, there's like one person representing every country in Europe, and so the rule is you can sing in English, or you can sing in whatever your native language is. So, for instance, Albania, they can sing in Albanian, or they can sing in English. And last year, the year before, in 2018, which was what I was watching, they did Mal, yeah, and it was a ballad in Albanian. So, since I'm learning just enough Albanian, that was nice. It's always nice to listen to that and get motivated to learn. So yeah, YouTube and music, big part of my learning. Yeah, I do have some other things, but we'll get into that another day. Today, I found my language notebook planner thing. Ow! And I realized I haven't been keeping up on it very well. So I thought we would plan a little bit. Shouldn't be too long. There we go. And then I'll wrap up with the plans for tomorrow. So here's my planner. It is just a basic planner I got from my friends, kind of. They had an extra one and said, hey, here you go. And it was a 2-pack, so I have this one for other projects. So there we go. Where's my pencil? There we go. I like to have a pencil with me so I can write stuff down if I needed to. Here's my notes lately. German sentence structure, Spanish verbs, French grammar, Italian pronouns, basic grammar, Japanese prefix and suffix. Oh, okay, so like the particles, vocab. Chinese, how to use tones. Korean, the sounds in the alphabet. Okay, Hebrew alphabet. Practice on Duolingo. Latin, Duolingo. We have Vietnamese, which is just tones and alphabets. Indonesian is... Oh, I had a guide. I found a good guide for Indonesian. Vocabulary. Swedish was parts of speech. Norwegian's writing. Danish is parts of phrases, basic phrases. And review. Icelandic is just the alphabet. Finnish is parts of speech and a bit of grammar. Overview, kind of like to figure that out. The Lithuanian, Latvian, and Estonian is more just kind of trying to find what works, because those are kind of my problem languages. Not so much if I don't know how to talk in them. I can say like labas rytas, labanakt, and like dede. Like I can say like good morning or hi in them, but I can't find speakers or I can't find as many speakers, and I can't find as many videos on them as say like Spanish. And then lastly we have Russian. It would be vocabulary and alphabets. Arabic is letters and how like they connect. Yes, I do need to know that. Duolingo for Thai. Duolingo doesn't have Thai, but for English speakers, but they have English for Thai speakers, so I might try that. But in worst case, I'll just look it up online. Basic Thai. Probably the alphabet would be good. Polish is Duolingo vocabulary. Polish I'm not very good at, so I think I should start with the alphabet. Hindi is definitely the alphabet, and research that heavily. Greek would be alphabet, vocabulary, yes. I think alphabet first, because it's a bit like, Hebrew, they have the names like alpha, beta, gamma, and then they have a different symbol, so it's very important. They don't go backwards, but it's a little bit more complicated just saying A, B, C, D, E. So I'm gonna have that. Dutch is just the extra alphabet letters I don't think I understand. So I'll review the Dutch alphabet. Portuguese is writing grammar. I might do a bit of alphabet in that too. Hungarian is just verbs. Yeah, Hungarian just everything. I think I need to review alphabets and verbs and then phrases and parts of speech. So that's gonna be like my big, like, going over everything language tomorrow. Turkish is just phrases and vocab. Okay. I like how specific that is. Just like phrases plus vocab. Whee! Alright. So those were my goals that I had written down, I think, for this month or this week. I don't know, I don't date anything because we don't need that. So here we have A1 from Indonesian to dish. Then we have, so yeah, that's pretty good. This is okay. None of it has been accomplished yet. None of this has been accomplished yet. I have a Sharpie and I X'd out the days so I can figure out how I want to, how do you say, days that I don't have. So it's the 12th now, so I've actually lost a lot of days. I need to write lighter because it's gonna really bleed through. Ow. That kind of hurts. I've been doing stuff throughout the week. I just forgot to write it down. Whew, that's a Sharpie smell. Whew. All the thing is it starts on Monday, so then I forget. So come on, Sunday. I'm gonna say Sunday is like is an X as well. But, Sunday I did, where's my pen? Sunday I did practice Italian. Where's Italian? Italian, I practiced Italian and a bit of French. Let's see. On Thursday I practiced all the languages that I have, all the main 9. So Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Hebrew, French, German, Spanish, and then that. The 8th I think I practiced a bit. Like, everything else is just kind of, like, spaced out, so I just, like, spaced out not very, much. But from here on out, I hope to make it all very colorful. I had a whole plan of what I was gonna do. Like, it was gonna be this. I have my main languages, but I might just start however I can. Better to start and mess up first than never start and never mess up, because if you never start, you're not gonna get to where you're going. This is another thing I had a problem with, because every time I X'd on here, it got messed up, so I spent the first week not doing anything. So when I do February's in here, I'm gonna probably leave this week blank, maybe to like write out goals or write out other things. I'm not 100% sure, but this really bugs me, just because it's harder to write over sometimes. But yes, I don't plan my week actually. I plan my week here, but I don't plan my week here. I go kind of day by day. So let's plan my week here first, and then we'll see what specifics I think, or yeah, let's do it something like that. So tomorrow is the 13th, so 1, 13, 14, 1, 15. The reason I do this is kind of weird, but I believe it is, in Europe they do it one way, and in America they do it the other way. So I thought it would be nice to, 1, kind of confuse me, and 2, get used to seeing it as whatever it is, because then I'll be able to, like, either or, so then I'll know what it is. It sounds odd, but, yeah. So, so Monday, let's see. Monday, I have other things to do, but, the first line I will use for languages would be, let me see, what did I have here? Let's see. I have like a little code that I use, so I do like, that's a 12, languages 9, and the 2, so it's like then the minor ones, and then, so like, this is just a very overview of the things, but I think that Monday I will focus on vocabulary, and then on Tuesday I'll focus more on grammar. On Wednesday, I'll focus on my grammar and parts of speech. on Tuesday I'll focus on sentence and sentence structure. Sentence structure. On Thursday I'll focus more on like grammar. And Friday I'll kind of I'll focus on like presentation of stories, so like putting it all together, kind of putting it together. And then on the weekend it will be just practice, maintenance, keeping it up, whatever you want to call it. Now this is a very vague goals, and I know that because here's where I put the more important goals, and then it will be better that way. But right here, this shows kind of the gist of like what I'm gonna focus on that day. On Monday, I want to focus kind of understanding new vocabulary. I want to know more like how do you say airplane in like Latvian? How do you learn this word? What's this? Make sure I have that up at kept in kind of. Then move on a little bit to adjectives, like where do the adjectives go in like why it has grammar. It's like where do adjectives go in French? It's usually like it's after, so it's like what was it? I had an example. It just flew out of my head. I think it's like brown. Oh yeah, brown. No, I had it for German. So like brown, like Herr de Brown. Good job. Anyway, I had forgotten about that. Let's keep going. The sentence structure, because that's important, and then like adding on to that would be sentence structure and grammar, and then we just put it together. And I need to figure out what I was supposed to say. It was like brown hair brown. Anyway, basically in Spanish I believe, kind of, I think in French, all those things would say like ropa di, I think it's negra. I think that's how you would say it, but it would be like clothes of black. So like the adjective black is here. Is like it's after the, I guess, subject. It would be the one. So it's like instead of in English where it's like black clothes. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I can't say it's not good. Oh, that's an anime I've been trying to read. Okay, I was like, what was that? But yeah, so that's my goal for languages. I also add my other goals, like I have various writing, arts, everything else that I do, school, that I also write on here. So when you see this next, I have a bunch of other stuff on it, I'm sure. Alright, so you have 3 minutes to write down everything for Monday. Yeah, I don't know if you guys find it easy to do something like an overall plan like this, or if you like to plan day by day. Let me know how you figure out your language learning schedules, if you even have a schedule. When I started out, I didn't really have a schedule at all, and I just did it whenever I was motivated. Now I find that because of the goals I want to do and the things I must accomplish, I have to really structure my day better. So German is, I think, sentence structure. Spanish verbs. Yeah, Spanish is verbs. And then French is mainly, I think, like sentence structure and then grammar, because I've been learning more vocab. Let's see. In Italian, I need to focus more on grammar and like agreement, like verb sentence agreement. That's really tiny. Verb and sentence agreement. So, let's see. In Japanese, I need to learn particles. I also need to learn particles in Chinese, but I also need to learn writing, which is more important to me, because if you can't write, the particles aren't going to be as helpful. So definitely need to learn what particles are in both of those languages. Korean is just finish the alphabet. Alphabet and vocabulary for that case would be quite good. I kind of think I'm going to clash a little bit with my initial plan, but sometimes you need to brain dump to get a better result. That's something that you learn a lot if you write, I think. And also if you need to plan out things. I think it just, you map out stuff a bit better. Hebrew is review alphabet, so like review, need to review the alphabet, and then the just vocabulary, I believe, at that point, and start working on parts of speech. So kind of like learning, does Hebrew have adjectives? Do the verbs have a certain pattern with them, like German, where you can figure it out a bit, or is it like Korean, where it's just kind of like, it's very predictable, but you don't know exactly how it is used in context. I'm not 100% on Korean understanding. I'm not 100% understanding Korean. I don't know what that sentence was, but okay. Latin is just find I need to get a Latin textbook. Textbook or something. I think I might find one maybe online. I don't know. PDF maybe? Latin? Whatever I can find. I need something for Latin because it's just, there are not a lot of things. But I will still look on that YouTube channel that I found for Latin. It's just, I'm not sure. Russian. It's just mainly review vocabulary and then just review. Review the vocabulary, review the alphabet, then we go into grammar next time. Arabic is the letters, so letters is just, it's alphabet, and then vocabulary with alphabet. Lots of this stuff is just vocabulary with alphabet, because I never bothered to learn the alphabet. The next one for Thai is the alphabet, because Thai has about, 40 to 50 characters, or Thai letters, I believe, because they have consonants and vowels. And it's actually quite simple to understand, I've heard, but it's just you have to put some effort into actually paying attention to the video. So that will be very important, I believe. Polish, I'm just going to say basics. I need to go back to the alphabet. I need to go back to just understanding how Polish works as a whole. Language, Hindi is just, Thai and Hindi aren't really close, but they have larger alphabets, and so I'm going to let myself off a bit easy and just put research, because I want to research the way that I should learn Hindi, because I'm not 100% sure. I know that it's a very useful language to know, so, I believe, so that is why I want to learn it, but I don't know exactly where to start. Greek, I need to learn the alphabet, because I know the ancient Greek alphabet, but I don't really know the modern. I don't know if modern is different than the Greek I learned for some reason. It was Percy Jackson, that's where I got it from, so it's like, were they using ancient or were they using modern? Or is there any difference? I don't know. Dutch is just kind of like vocabulary, and then the like ch sound, I believe they have like a different alphabet, or just like one or two words. The same with Portuguese, but it's mostly just pronunciation there, and then vocabulary, because it's like now, I believe is what is no, because they have an A, like it's N-A-O, I believe, and then have a squiggle little accent over it, so it's just understanding the accents and how it's different. Hungarian is verbs. One of my very good friends sent me Hungarian verbs, and they said this is something you should practice, but I think also it's just kind of everything. Turkish is just review, try to pick it up again. I know where I left off, it wasn't too far, so I might be able to learn it again. Let's see, Vietnamese tones, definitely tones. There are many tones of Vietnamese, it's a very tonal language. It's also, Thai is also very tonal as well, so you have a lot of like, da, de, like all of the tones, they have very specific meanings, they mean different things, etc., etc., but I can't explain it very well. Indonesia, I think just review. I've been studying Indonesian on and off, and I just need to refresh my memory before I start learning it more. Let's see, Swedish, just parts of speech, yeah. Parts of speech for Swedish is good. Writing for Norwegian, yeah, I think writing comparing to Danish, because I learned Danish first. Danish I just need to review and use, because I don't know Danish perfectly, but I can write it. It's really weird. I'm one of those people, I can write and read pretty well, but if you ask me to speak, that's kind of where I fall short. I can't really listen or speak very well. And so, I want to learn to type a lot, so then I can type a story out for myself and make myself read it, because I think that might help. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Icelandic. This is the first time that I made it go off the page into here, so good thing I have this extra little space. Icelandic is the alphabet. Alphabet and overview, because there's a new alphabet, I think, so I need to check out what that is and how it's different. Finnish is part of speech and grammar. Finnish, I would just say Finnish grammar, because Finnish grammar is like Estonian and Hungarian. It adds a lot of prefixes and suffixes to it, so like, excuse me, in Christendom you can have like sisa, which is hello, and then you can have like sivasok, which is hello, like hi, to like a crowd, or like sista stok, I believe. Not 100%. I know how you spell it, but I don't know how you pronounce it exactly. But that can be like the formal way of saying it. So that's why I want to double check on Finnish grammar, because I know how Hungarian grammar kind of works a little bit, even though I can't say it. But I want to see if Finnish grammar is similar, because if it is very similar, I may have to drop Hungarian to focus on Finnish, or vice versa. But I believe they're different enough that it's not too bad. Then Latvian, Lithuanian, and Estonian are kind of chunked all together, because they're not too alike, but I just go dictionary looking and researching and everything to see what I can find, because I cannot find many speakers to have done the videos on YouTube that I can watch, and blog content and things. But yes, I did find a few Lithuanian books online, so I am going to see if I can read the book somehow. Yay! That it's that time when your brain just goes poof from learning and planning and ideas. So far, though, it seems very good. The 9 right here are the ones I need to focus on, and then I will just have the other more minor. Let's see how it will work right here. It would be, let's see, Russian, Arabic, yeah. So these are all the ones I needed to learn in A1, except for, I think, Portuguese? No, Gujarati. And so yeah. Let me see what day this is. So this would be the first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14. So no, that's wrong, because this was the second right here. So yeah, okay. But basically, it was just, so I put it in the wrong week. Okay, that's not too bad. Because I listed it. Yeah, okay. Good night. I think that is all good then. Alright. So, there we go. So the plan for tomorrow is that, and I said I wouldn't make it this long, but it ended up being 30 minutes anyway. Tomorrow, livestream will be much shorter, around 9 o'clock. I'll see you then. There will be a vlog, possibly, as well. And yeah, I'll be trying to make my videos shorter, slowly by slowly, as I get into it. I'm sure I will be able to become quite better at this. Alright, bye!